This is Anderson Penn's podcast, episode 365 for Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. This is Brian.
This is Lisa. 365. That's like one for every day of the year.
Yeah, you could be watching one for, well, anyway.
Anyway.
I have taken up some new hobbies this year. We've been watching a lot of House MD.
Yeah.
Which has been real fun. And kind of annoying, but it's frustrating to watch him. But I've joined a new club. I've joined Autopsy Club. Did you know there's an Autopsy Club in Appleton?
No.
Well, we're meeting this week. We're meeting on Friday. It's open mic night.
That's good.
All right, that's good. I like that one. It's open mic night. All right. We got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff to talk
pretty
about.
Pretty much all paper. Or not all paper, all pens this week.
I know. Well, was it a couple weeks ago? It was
all paper.
All paper all day. So
all paper all day.
Let's talk about something that's not even on there, which I know you just love.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Oh yes, I know.
Okay. Ready?
Go.
Retro 51. Yes, it's another one. Yes, there will be more. Through the end of the year, they're just going to be coming because COVID delayed production. So it just seems like there are more coming closer together, and they're trying to get everything done by the end of the year. So Bandit is coming out. Came out yesterday. We should have it today.
Barring any U.S. postal delays of any kind.
UPS delays. Back in 2014, they released 3 Bandits, the Sundance Yellow, the Billy Blue, and the Jessie Red.
And that was just before we became a dealer.
I know.
We got the absolute next popper, I think.
Yeah. So remember, this year, there are 777 of each one. Back in 2014, there were only 300 of each color. So this is more than double. I know people are going to complain there aren't enough, but back in 2014 there were only 300. So if you have one, hang on to it.
So what colors do we get this year?
This year, Butch is dark blue, like your classic dark blue.
Okay.
Navy blue.
I can get behind that.
Annie is pink, and Doc is kind of an aqua turquoise color. It's a light turquoise.
Which one are we getting for the cats?
I know. It
Bandit.
didn't even occur to me when I was talking to George. He's like, this is our COVID pen. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, sure enough.
He's like, a lot of people are using bandanas as masks. I'm like, oh, totally missed that. So, love you, George.
Well, good. So those are coming out.
Those are coming.
Should be today.
Yes.
We do not pre-sell, so if you go to the website and they're out and it doesn't say sold out,
then we haven't gotten them.
haven't gotten them yet.
And so for all of the poppers for the rest of the year, we do not pre-sell. We wait until they actually arrive to make sure we get everything we were supposed to make sure that nothing happened in transit, and that way we can make sure that we got exactly what we are supposed to get. So definitely.
And when that means when you order, you know you're going to get it.
Right.
I know a lot of companies, they'll pre-sell, and some will even pre-sell before they even get their, on that one, they pre-sell before they got their allocation.
Yeah. So we just like to wait and make sure that we get exactly what we think we're getting, especially with these, because we can't just order 2 more because we got shorted or something got damaged in shipping, which we've never had happen.
No, we've never had happen. But we should clarify one real thing quick, and let's move on. We are, of course, limiting to 1 per person, but that does not mean you can't get 1 of each color. So if you're interested in 1 of each color, you can get 1 of each color. Make sure you're signed into your account in advance. That's the best advice I can give you, is make sure you're signed in so you don't have to type in your address and all that stuff.
It's always faster.
And it's faster to do it on the website than it is to call. So
yes.
Calling the store, we could be with customers, and if we're with customers, we don't usually answer the phone. I like to.
We go with the customer who's in front of us because that's why we have a voicemail system. So if you call and we don't answer, they could sell out while you are waiting for us to finish with a customer. So sign into your account, add your refills in advance.
That's your alarm to sign into your account right there.
That's cute. Very cute. Sorry
I'm going to turn that off. Oops.
Justin's going to yell at you.
He's going to yell at me.
So log into your account. If you know that you're going to want refills, add the refills in advance so that they're already ready to go. If there's anything else you need, Hobonichi, Tomoe, whatever, put it in there, and then you are ready to go.
All right.
All right.
New from Esterbrook.
Yes. Wow, these are...
The
Holy
Esti
cow.
Maraschino Cherry. So
I love it.
these are a limited seasonal release. They only made 800 pieces across all combinations. So there's not 800 of the oversized and palladium and 800 of this. There's 800 total.
800 total bodies.
800 total bodies. I don't know.
Does that include roller balls?
I believe it does, which we do have the roller balls as well.
These are limited. Definitely limited.
They're not numbered,
What a gorgeous color.
but
Red's hard. Red's very difficult.
it is very cherry.
But I mean, sometimes you get, especially like with red ink, it's too pink, it's too orange, it's too whatever. This is awesome.
So there's an oversized and there's a regular size, both in palladium or gold trim, and then of course the matching roller balls. I can tell you right now, gold for sure is completely out of stock at the distributor. I think this is the one left. We've got one left. Palladium. That's in the regular size. Sorry. There's one right here. Oversized, and it's available, of course, in all the standard number 6 Yovo nibs. Extra fine, medium, broad, 1.1, and for a slight $40 upcharge, the Gina journaler nib. And those are in stock, ready to go. And if you'd like to add the rollerball, look at that. We've got a nice...
That's nice.
It's a nice weight.
It's interesting that you're like getting into ballpoints and roller balls.
You know what? Because they're no fuss, they're no muss, and I'm tired of dealing with things that sometimes don't work. So these work, but... Scratch. No. Sometimes rollerballs and ballpoints are just easier.
Yes.
You take the cap off, you're right with it. You don't have to worry about filling it with ink. Did I fill it with, whatever.
And sometimes they write better on receipts.
We use them all the time on the envelopes when we ship.
Yes.
Because fountain pen won't work on that glossy cardboard.
Right,
So
exactly.
actually, both Dave and I always use 2 pens. We sign the receipts with a fountain pen, and then we use a ballpoint or a roller ball. Mine's usually a retro of some sort.
Awesome.
But
mine would be a Dupont.
would it be?
Or a
retro. If I had one, I probably would do that.
What's our next gift-giving occasion?
I don't know.
Our dating anniversary.
A dating anniversary.
So I
of
think
course
you're
I knew
just
that.
gonna get the Defi vintage.
I don't-
that matches. You don't want it?
Okay, well, boy, that's a good segue. really fantastic
Actually,
segue.
I was gonna go from red to red.
You were going to go red to red? Well, we can do red to red if you want. This would be a great gift-giving occasion.
A lot of coffee.
The
today,
Pilot
folks.
Custom 845 Arushi in Vermillion. She's looking at me, giving me that look. What a fantastic pen. So this is actually, this pen has been, there'll be a big picture here.
I know.
This pen has been actually out for quite a while, but it has not made it to the United States. It's really, the Custom Arushi came out a few years ago, and it's just a monster of a pen. It's huge, very large. This looks like this is like a miniature version of the Custom Arushi. It's a really nice, comfortable size. Yes, you actually can post it if you want. But it's a really nice looking pen. I like the contrast of the vermilion, the red, and the black on the ends and on the cap band. Really great looking pen. You're not going to say anything about this. I'm just going to keep rambling on to fill dead space.
I am going to let you wax poetic because it's so exciting to see when you really get enthusiastic about something. I mean, sometimes when you see all this stuff all day, you live it on weekends, at night. I mean, it's just nonstop. Sometimes you get a little jaded. And it's like, oh, okay, it's another pen. This is beautiful.
This is a great. I love the size.
Beautiful.
The size of this pen is fantastic. It's a like I say, that custom Maraschino is just it's a billy goat. It's a billy club or what do you call it? It's a billy goat. It's as big as a billy goat. I don't know. What did you put in here?
Nothing. You poured it.
That's the problem. Two-tone Pilot nib on it, and yes, it is branded Pilot. It's not an Amiki product. It's a Pilot 845 custom 845 Urushi. Really,
absolutely gorgeous.
Really great looking nib. Number 15 size. It's just gorgeous.
I just like it when you get really excited about something because, like I said, we see so much and it's easy to become jaded or just like, okay, this is a great pen, new color, awesome, without really a whole lot of oomph.
Yeah, you should have seen me in the store the other day. Customer brought in the most fantastic, I'm just going to lay it out there, the most fantastic vintage pen that has come through the doors of the store ever.
Do you need a moment?
I do need a moment. It was really, really a glorious piece of writing history.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on. Dupont. I love this. So why don't we start here?
Okay.
In here.
All right.
So some new Duponts.
Now, this is the Defi in the skeleton with palladium trim. And Brian has actually never seen this before.
You had one in Chicago and it was gone like in a week or something?
Chicago, and Brian was like, oh, that's really cool. I'll be down in a couple weeks. And I sold it. Very, very cool. Absolutely crystal clear. You can see all the innards. It's really kind of cool.
Let me see this. It is neat. It's, on a higher end luxury brand, you don't expect to talk about a transparent pen, but this is just really a cool piece. I love it.
But the interesting thing is this does not have the frame that
it doesn't.
the Defi vintage
the regular Defi
has.
does, or any other Defi
Right.
for that matter. Yeah.
So it is a little bit different.
Until you mentioned that, I hadn't noticed that. I was just really stuck on
the crystal clear. I can see how it works.
And it's more than just, sometimes you get like a transparent ballpoint or something, and then all you see is the refill.
Right.
And that's not how this is.
No,
you see,
this is
there's a
really-
spiral in there.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that the frame wasn't there, which is really kind of the defining.
What's our family motto?
Be observant.
Okay.
I'm observing right now as we speak. Defi demonstrator or transparent
The crystal skeleton. All right.
D initial.
D initial.
Matte black.
Absolutely.
Fountain pen.
Fountain pen. Now, these do post, but not really.
Not
they
really.
don't stay posted. So while you could put it on there, I don't recommend it. I really like the D initial. This is about as big as I would go for me.
Oh, so that means any kind of line D, Guilloche probably is too big for you.
That line D medium Guilloche in blue is mine.
Is it now?
Yes.
So tell me how this is about as big as you like the pen to be.
It's the last cup of coffee you get.
It might be.
I really like the matte finish. I have the shark blue ballpoint and I love it. So the D initial is, it's a great, I don't want to say starter for Dupont, but
Well, it is the entry level.
it is, absolutely.
And quite frankly, it's priced in about the same price point as some other upper end steel nib pens. The brush steel is really cool with that because it's not just shiny. Well, the section is more of a shiny, but everything else, all the rest of the trim is brushed.
Is brushed, and that brushed at the end of the section makes it so it's not slippery. It's really, really well done. Absolutely gorgeous pen.
So
now.
All right, where are we going to start here?
I need a moment.
I think you do. What do you want to?
Let's do the pearly white.
Okay.
Pearl white with gold.
Now we have a lot of these in fountain pen, rollerball, and ballpoint.
Yes.
So I didn't bring them all, but
These have a little bit of shimmer.
yeah,
These are sparkly.
this is line D. So this is the top of the heap. I have the ballpoint. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's very, very nice, very shapely.
See now, this is a line D. medium.
Oh, is it now?
Which is just fine for me. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that these catch when you post it. It's not going to fly off.
It's a nice.
It's not. It's like a Sheaffer 300. It catches.
Yeah.
And so you know it's on there.
The medium size is really nice.
Yeah.
It's a good size. So the white, the pearl white.
With the gold trim, absolutely stunning. And
this is really
these are
cool.
the lesser pens.
Lesser?
Well, as far as oomph.
Well, this is the line D, and this is called a fire line. So this is very similar to, we talked a couple weeks ago about the crazy diamond. Very similar pattern, except this has a very deep cut. In fact, if you run your finger across it,
you can feel it.
You can feel it. It's not going to cut you, but it's crisp.
But it's definitely
crisp.
Sharply engraved, deeply engraved.
Really classy.
Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely got some weight to it, especially on the back end. Now, we only have a few of these. These were a closeout, so these have been discontinued. If any of these talk to you, grab it before it's gone.
Well, in that case.
And then the duotones. And this has...
This is outstanding.
Number one, it's sparkly. It's got a little bit of sparkle.
It's not just plain black. So where the fire lines is just a black,
solid,
lacquer
luscious
barrel.
Black. This is sparkly.
It's like a sparklier version of the Stargazer, the Pilot Stargazer, or the Stella 90S.
Absolutely gorgeous. And then a kind of a guilloche pattern. It's engraved, not nearly as deeply as the fire lines.
But it's nice. It's classy.
Yes. Just a little bling on a little black dress kind of thing.
It was funny when I opened these up. When we first got them, I thought, Dupont has a foam insert in there to keep the pen from rustling around in the box, and sometimes some of the foam rubs off onto the pen. It just wipes off, and I thought, oh, there must be some stuff on the pen. And I'm like, I'm trying to wipe it off, and it doesn't come off.
No.
And it's shining in
sparkly.
the light. Yeah, this pen is
stunning.
Great. I love this. And these of course in the line D have 14 karat nibs. We've got a couple different nib options, but what a neat looking pen.
And these are the line D medium. So these are the smaller of the line D.
So,
all right.
A couple new additions to Dupont this week.
And the guilloche, the line D guilloche that we've all been waiting for, did ship from Paris to the distributor. So those should be coming soon,
couple weeks,
and
maybe?
I am excited. So if you had to choose one.
One what?
One pen, would you want the duotones, the fire lines, the skeleton, the vintage, or the guilloche?
I think the one that talks to me the most is this duotone, this fountain pen. It's just...
Not the guilloche coming? If you had to pick one?
I like this. This is for me, it's a little more conservative with a lot of flash, but...
That's a lot of flash for you.
Not necessarily, but I just like this combination. It's just so neat.
All right, well, you better grab it.
Well, maybe somebody will buy it so I don't have to.
All right. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff from Dupont, as always.
This came in.
I'm not usually a fan of the studio.
Why
But
not?
this...
Why aren't you a fan of the studio?
Well, because all the good colors sell out so quickly. I really liked...
The regular lineup is kind of...
black and silver, and the blue's really pretty.
I hate to say boring. Yeah, the blue's
classic.
nice. But
it's classic.
Yeah.
You've got the black, you've got the stainless, and then you have the imperial blue. We had the olive and the terracotta. Those went fast.
Those were neat.
This is gorgeous. This really
it's like a grayish blue.
Almost like a periwinkle.
Almost like a slate, maybe?
A little bit.
It's almost like the slate sailor that we made.
Oh, we should compare them.
We should.
I love the propeller clip. I think that's really cool.
It's a neat design.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm kind of into right now is pen manufacturers that do something different. A lot of companies are making basically a tube with a number 6 Yovo nib in it. Everybody's doing it. This clip is great.
Love, love the color.
It goes in your pocket easily.
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
I also like that the LAMY Studio also
Snaps
catches when you post it. For me,
you could have stabbed me with that thing.
I just bite. For me, if a pen doesn't post, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I can't, it just doesn't work for me to hang on to it, to put it on my desk. I'm going to knock it off. So I have to be able to post. And I love a pen that catches when you post it.
Now it does have a shiny metal section. However, with the kind of the matte finish, if you grab it a little bit further back, you are actually grabbing onto that, and it's not too bad. Standard steel nib on these, just like the rest of the studios, the Safaris, the All-Stars, the Luxes, etc., etc.
Great stuff.
So, cool new color, LAMY Studio Glacier. So,
awesome.
Speaking of blue.
Yeah, I haven't seen these.
Surprise! From Faber-Castell, Ambition finally came in after months and months and months.
The OpArt in blue.
Yep, and we also have it
the mint green.
In green.
All right, I
so
put my glasses on to see these.
It's really neat.
This
the blue has kind of a reddish, a pinkish lining in it.
It's like it's a tan barrel and then the blue over it, or
yeah, it's
engraved. So.
Yeah, it reminds me of, remember the saffron. That was such a pretty
same
pen.
thing.
Yeah, same idea.
Absolutely.
So it's not just all blue.
Pretty color, which is, I hate to say it, a really nice change of pace for Faber. Yeah. The ambitions in the OpArt do come in more exciting colors than like the looms or something. Those are definitely more classic, more subdued.
But these are seasonal, really, essentially. They come out with 1 or 2 new colors a year. These are very nice and springy now that we're in the fall. But ballpoint, fountain pen.
They do post well.
Yeah.
Doesn't snap on like some of the others, but it definitely catches. It's got a really pretty short section. It does.
But
it's like a little peekaboo.
It's for me, I don't grab all the way down by the section. It's not bad at all.
But we finally have them in. Yep. If you are one of the people who collects these, and I know a lot of people get the color of the year every year, we have them in. Grab them before they're gone.
They're fun. They're a nice pen, and they're not a ton of money. What are these, like, fountain pens are?
We always screw it up when we talk money.
Screw it up when we talk money, but it's right around $100.
It's a really good value.
It's decent, and you can't beat Faber-Castell, one of the best steel nibs in the business.
Yes,
I think.
Always very smooth, never any issues.
So,
all right.
We should have talked about this after we talk about Esterbrook. Last chance on these guys. We acquired the Esterbrook SD single pen sleeve.
The tan color in all of their sleeves and nooks has been discontinued. And now they brought out the navy, which is new.
Slide that in
but
there.
We did get a few.
Yeah, we got a few. And they're really nice. They have a nice soft lining on it. And I just dropped it on the floor. But there's a soft lining on it.
Look, I didn't throw anything at you. Don't throw anything at me.
To protect your pen, it's not going to scratch.
It's nice because sometimes even a single pen case is a little big and chunky.
Yeah, this is pretty minimalist, and it's stiff too, which is nice. Sometimes you get a pen sleeve and it's kind of flimsy, and you're going to see if that fits in there. Oh, good. Well, imagine that. Squeeze it from the back. So anyway, Esterbrook pen sleeves in tan. Yeah, it's really a nice engraved on the front.
When they're sold out, that's it.
Yeah, they're gone. So
we bought
a
big chunk of the last of them.
Yep.
There weren't many left.
There will be there might be a promo maybe coming up.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Speaking of promos.
All right. Go.
Sheaffer and Cross pens used to be what we used to be no map pricing is MSRP,
which for the layperson means full retail.
Full retail. Now we can discount.
Standard 20%.
Standard 20% off. And so we are. There are a couple of small exceptions. Sheaffer VFM and 100s.
And the calligraphy pens.
But everything else, your 300s, your intensities,
love my intensity.
and your preludes, even Cross Townsends.
Yes, that's a good deal. Your Cross Wanderlust.
Yep.
I love those.
So there's going to be 20% off. Actually, we had been doing most of that on Cross, but Sheaffer we weren't. So the 300 is now, the 300 rollerball is probably our most popular rollerball in the store.
And the 300, even at full price, is a great deal. That's a great pen. But at 20% off, these make amazing Christmas gifts.
Yeah, we literally have people coming in the store and buying. I had, in 1 week, I remember I had one gentleman came in twice, and another gentleman came in and he saw, well, I'm going to get a gift from my friend, and he saw it and he heard the price and he said, well, I'll take two. I'll take one for myself.
Right.
I'll give this one as a gift. So Cross and Sheaffer, primarily Sheaffer is going to be the affected, now 20% off. So, and we're going to be getting in, we'll talk about it when we get them, should be soon, some new Sheaffer pens, and they're going to be very attractive at that 20 off price.
Yes.
So.
They also are really good for engraving.
Yes.
Now, we don't do engraving in our store personally. We can have it done by Cross, or you can take it to any jewelry store, trophy store, stuff like that. But they do engrave beautifully.
Yeah, and Cross does an excellent job actually engraving, and they usually have a couple times a year a free engraving month.
And so they probably will have that coming up. So if you're thinking about it, send us an email, let us know what you're looking for, and we'll take care of that for you.
So some really good stuff. We've always, I know Dave and I have always been big Sheaffer fans, so good stuff.
In Chicago last year for Christmas, I sold 17 to one guy.
17 to one,
He was buying them for his whole staff.
So good stuff. And on the horizon, as in today, I believe there's a new Penlux coming out.
Yes.
The Masterpiece Grande, the Aurora Australis.
Okay.
It's kind of a
purple,
two-tone purple, so it's a little different than the others. Like the section is different shade of purple. So it kind of reminds me a lot of what Sailor has been doing with some of their cocktail series. You get a different color on the cap or on the finial than on the section. But another Penlux coming out to join the line.
Really pretty.
Fine, medium, and a 1.1 stub. Number 6 Yovo nibs. So that's pretty exciting. It's a really pretty looking pen. So I suspect it's probably going to replace. There are a couple pens in the lineup. The Daybreak, I believe, or the transparent pen was a limited edition, so that one's going to go away. So
nice.
What else we got?
Let's talk shipping.
Let's talk shipping. Okay.
Shipping has been delayed a little bit, not on our end.
Yeah, we've mentioned that before, right?
But with Christmas coming, definitely plan ahead because the delays are on the Postal Service side, not on us. We get it in, we process, we ship it out to you. It's best to have an account so that you can log in at any time and check your tracking. You also get an email.
Yeah, every package gets sent out. Tracking, an email with tracking gets sent out to the customer.
So just be patient and definitely just keep checking your tracking. If something, what used to take 1 to 2 days is now taking a little bit longer, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's just the nature of.
It always gets there.
Yep.
It always does. I don't even think we lose one. Postal Service doesn't even lose one package a year.
I think we lost one international.
But so it's your package is not lost. It's just
And
once it leaves our hands, all we can do is give you the tracking on it. So
we also have had issues with boxes.
It's interesting with some of the shortages that people have been experiencing all over. First it was toilet paper, and then it's hand sanitizer. Now it's like what. People are
rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol is being used for hand sanitizer, so that's becoming scarce. The bicycle industry, we have friends in the bike industry, have been severely impacted. Like they can't get any low-end bikes. Everybody's on quarantine and they're riding bikes and they're trying to get healthy and they're doing something, and so there's no bikes. Well, as it turns out, I never expected this to happen. There's actually a shortage of U.S. postal priority mailboxes.
The ones we use for 85% of our boxes. So if you're used to getting the postal envelope with the normal box in it, there may be a brown box coming soon, no big deal. We are doing what we can to just keep things running smoothly, but we've got.
I'm afraid when they actually fulfill our order, because we don't have room for it all, so we'll have to bring some of it home and store it. But just a real interesting little tidbit, I guess.
But we'll do what we can and to get it to you.
Everything gets out the door, so that's all that matters. So.
Anything else exciting?
I don't think so.
The Appleton store is now open on Saturdays.
Yes.
Brian and I are there on Saturdays.
10 to 2.
10 to 2 until anything changes.
Let's hope nothing changes.
Let's hope nothing changes.
And Chicago is still closed for the moment. And
we'll keep you posted on that.
That's about it.
And that's it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Follow our blog for news, ink reviews, upcoming events, and anything else that's exciting.
So, like this video and subscribe to the channel.
Bye.
See you next time.